Meteora, Axiom, GMGN, and pretty much every trading terminal have a feature where you can set up a buying order or a selling order on predefined settings. For example, you want to buy a token with 1 Solana and you do it and with specific slippage, then you just one click away from it, or a sell order exactly like 50% of your position needs to be sold with just one click. So why do we not have the same in LP? We have it right now. It calls APE-IN and you can configure it directly on Meteora's start page. Let me show you how it works. We are at the moment at the main page and it is in discover mode. You have a lot of possible pools you can create a position. And here we have an APE-IN feature which we can configure. But before we do that, let me show you what you also can do on the discover page. Before you APE-IN, you need to understand if this pool is good enough to get your funds in. That's why we have two essential functions here. First one is the columns feature. In this one, you can configure which columns and informations behind it you want to see on the main page. For example, you can activate every single column, and then you can hide them if you see that they make no sense for you. So for example, what you need is the market cap is very essential. FDV, most of the time it's the exact number like the market cap, because 100% of the token is in the market. But sometimes they are not, like for example the Trump token, where like 20% was in the market at the beginning but 80% not, and that means that over the time it could be more and more tokens in the market, which will then impact the pricing. But most of the time you will not need this column. Then the TVL and fees, also very important, and the different volume metrics, swaps and stuff like this. I propose you just to put every single one just to activate every single one, and then step by step hide the ones you really don't need because they make no sense for you. This is the first thing that you can set up. The next thing that you can set up is the filtering feature, because these all pools are filtered by a specific criteria, and here you can change it. For example, you can set the default, these are all the default values. For example, the Jupiter organic score is already implemented, and then you can, for example, go and see and change the market cap. For example, 150k is to a degen mode for you, then you can enhance it. You can go by setting it to at least 1 million, for example. Just do it. 1 million, great. Then, for example, you can increase the amount of holders, and you can also set a default age of the token. For example, you don't want to APE-IN tokens that are not at least 48 hours old. Then you can set it up. Holders, then you can play around with it, but just leave it there. The minimum amount of, let's put it at 1,000, great. And then there are also DLMM pools and DMM v2 pools. If you only want to APE-IN with DLMM pools, then deselect the DMM v2 feature and you are good. Also volume. You can set the minimum amount of volume for a token. So for example, I want to see only at least 10k on volume, because the more volume we have, the more fees we will become. And you can set also the minimum on fees. And be aware, these criteria is on pool age 1 hour. This is the hourly one, not the 24 hours one. And then you can optimize it for your needs, for the tokens you want to quickly APE-IN, you want to quickly create and dive in. So I will leave it like this. This is okay for me. And for example, here I already see that I want to pull a token which has higher FTV or market cap, and I can sort by it. So for example, I can sort to the market cap, and then I have like, I want to skip the usual one like Sol USDC, Mat USDC, and so on and so on. Then for example here the Hachi one looks very interesting. It's old enough, it has a higher market cap, so it's less risky, and it also generates great fees, and it has great volume. This on the first place looks interesting for me, and it pump. I like the entering when they talk after a pump. And now let's set it up. I wanna just with one click create a pool. And before you do that, click on this gear, and then we need to set it up. We set it up just once, or every time you want to change it, and then it will work like you configured. I want to ape with 1 Sol, and you decide the amount you wanna ape in. This is the amount you will invest in the position when you click on a button. Then we just go to the next one. We just skip these 2 settings. We decide the strategy, and the most important, if we do a 2-sided position or 1-sided. The custom one will be do the 50-50, and then you can decide if you want to quote only the Solana, for example, or USDC, or the base token. That means then the Hachi one, for example, in this case. And I want to do with the quote token, and the standard will be 70 bins. This is the exactly number of bins which the default 100 bin step have. So at the moment we can change it. Probably in the future we will then have a customized function where we can go beyond the 69 bins, but at the moment this is the default for the APE-IN feature, as I said. And if you will go with the base token, then you can set up this slippage, because this Solana will be converted into the token, and these are the slippage settings that you will need to have. So let's save it, and then as I told you, I like the Hachi one, and when I need to quickly enter the pool, because this pool print a lot of fees, has great volume, and everything that is here is great, then we have here a feature where I can simply with just one click create the position with the strategy is already set up, where the one-sided position and the amount of Sol is already set up. Everything is set up. I just need to click just one button and waiting for the execution, and boom, wow, the position is created. We can download this image. You can view the position just by clicking view position, and boom, you have a setup the position just with one click. And see how easy it is to LP when you just need to hit one button. The pool that I just aped in is a 20 bin step one, but what if you just wanna do a 100 bin step pools? Let me show you how it works. Let's go back to Discover page, and if you wanna filter them out, all the pools that are not 20 bins, 100 bin step, and you see the 100 bin steps here, you see it directly in the overview of the token. You have the one with the 100 bin step, the next one is 200 bin step. This might be a bit confusing. Just go to the filter side, and then you can set here the bin step 100 as a minimum, and then set 100 as the maximum. By this, you will only see 100 bin step pools, and you will be not confused, and you will not misclick, because some of the positions will have like more than one bin step in the overview, and then you can just be a little bit of misleading. This is something that you can fix just by setting the right filter.